WIFTV PM.
Maze Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like May said. Ricky said a Juke-a-thon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
Yeah. All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah.
I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
You sure looking good tonight, baby. I just wanna make sweet love to you tonight, baby.
Come on.
If you don't mind, let me tell you.
Hey there, sexy lady of my dreams. Can I have you here with me? I just wanna love you down. Yeah. I'm making you scream my name. Loving your body. I'll be kissing your body. And I'll be caressing your body. I'll be loving, feeling your body. I'm gonna touching your body all night, baby. Now I'm about to fulfill your fantasy. So come a little closer, bring your body to me. I'm trying to take my time, I won't rush at all. 'Cause you deserve the best. I'm gonna love, I'm gonna kissing your body until the morning comes. Oh, baby, just come on. Loving your body. And let me feeling your body. And I just wanna touching your body. If you don't mind, baby, let me love. Loving your body. I just wanna kissing your body. Don't stop me, baby. Kissing your body. Oh, baby. Come on. And let me feeling your body. Please, baby. Touching your body. Baby. La 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 la. Oh, baby. Please. Oh, please, baby. We're gonna get it on. Tonight, let's get it on. Get it on. I want love. Kissing your body. All night, baby. Oh, baby.
WIFT PM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson, right here on... Ooh, Dad. I forgot to do the glass. So let me do it again. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, on a Tuesday. So when it's a Tuesday, you know what that means, Riis. It means we blowing up on Tuesday. Shout out to the HBCUs around the country. I decided to wear my Black Colleges hoodie today because I wanted to help the people that were grieving. The people who basically said, do not win the lottery. Do not accept the jackpot. Yeah, man. I've been back and forth with this whole Deion thing, and I think we're going to talk about it again today. But I want to talk about it from a different perspective because I do think there's a lot to unpack there. Hey, Riis, let me ask you a question. If Deion Sanders would have went 0-27, right? Let's say he did exactly the opposite. Would Jackson State have been obligated to keep him? And would the people been screaming like, man, he took a L, he took a loss, he did, like, would anybody be like Jackson State was wrong for 5? I mean, he won every game, right? So now imagine he lost every game. The school should be obligated to their blackness to be detrimental to the kids? Yeah,
like I said yesterday, man. I said if he wouldn't have won, then they would have fired him. Then what? So.
Right, and nobody would have contributed to it. Man, bro, I'm gonna just tell y'all, this Deion thing got me feeling away. It really does. I'm taking the Deion thing very, very personally, very, because I don't think it's nothing you could do. You can never do enough, and brothers will watch you get cooked. And then be like, you old sell. Like, how do you go from hero to heel in one day after delivering 3 championships? Like, is there ever a point when you say, I'm grateful for the time we had?
You know what they say, man. You either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. So,
I'm going to tell you, that this Deion thing, though, I feel away. Woo, I feel away. But we're going to talk about it a little bit later. I want to congratulate all the new commissioners. Yesterday, social media was packed with people getting sworn in. Shout out to the Cook County Commissioner. Shout out to the Cook County Commissioners Board of Review. I was reading that story, though, and I think Chairman of the board, Larry Rogers, needs to probably watch his back. Right? 2 new people got on, and they're reformers. Better be careful. But shout out to everybody that got sworn in yesterday. Cook County commissioners across the land. What's the matter? Cook County commissioners across the land were posting pictures and photos of their swearing in and raising the oath. I want to be out. You know what I really want? After the oath to Cook County, I want an oath to black people for the black people. Like, I feel like we should have, like, after you get elected or before, like, there should be, like, what's your promise to your people? Oh, no. No, let me stop. I'm going to quit. I'm going to stop talking about that. We'll talk about it in a little bit later. Whoa, challenge period. What? All right. First of all, did anybody watch City So Real? I got to tell you, you got to watch City So Real because it is, do you know how fast 4 years goes? 4 years flew by. And so City So Real documented the last race, and a lot of the same characters are in it, so we can see them from 4 years ago. But if you watch City So Real, you remember the beef between Jamal Green and Ricky Hendon. Man, it's still going. Jamal Green said, "Yo mama," to Ricky Hendon. Ricky Hendon said, "My mama dead, so nah. That's why I'm going to kick your butt." And yesterday, Riis.
Not your mama.
Yo, man, it's in the paper, dog.
They put, no,
it's in the paper. It says, Jamal Green said, "Yo mama." Dr. Wilson said, "Look, I ain't got nothing to do with the beef between Ricky and Jamal. But Jamal talked about Ricky's mama. So that's personal. That ain't got nothing to do with me." And Ricky Hendon is, yesterday, check this out. Jamal Green held a press conference to claim that Willie Wilson's petitions were horrendous, right? So he filed a challenge to knock off 45,000 signatures. Riis, what's 58? What's 61 minus 45?
Like 16, isn't it?
Okay. So if it's 16, that would mean how many? And he only needs 12,005. He's still on the ballot. Like, somebody was like, "Now, what kind of CPS math was that challenge?" But I want to hear from Jamal and I want to hear from Ricky today, because why y'all showing out in public? They showing out in public, man. Somebody said, Ricky said, "Meet me outside." He said that punk. Excuse me, I take that back. He said he didn't come out. Now Ricky know he shouldn't be fighting at 65 years old. He should not be fighting no 20-something-year-old. Who you think will win in a fight between? We need like Ricky Hendon versus Jamal Green. death match.
Celebrity
death match.
Yeah.
Who you think will win?
Charity. They got to do a charity.
They should have a charity boxing match. Would you go? I would go. Man, Ricky come in with that black dyed mustache, that extra black hair. He can't sweat in the ring. J Mal will be in there with his, he'll have his whole entourage. Who you think gonna win in a fight between between J Mal Green and Ricky from out west, man? You know, Ricky got a slick. You know, he probably got a knife or something.
I just been say only because this fight is a clean fight. I'm gonna take Jamal.
Ain't no such thing as a clean fight, Reese.
That's what I said in the ring.
Reese, you ever been in a clean fight?
In the ring, it's as clean as you're gonna get.
I know. Oh yeah. Okay.
He's outside now. I'm gonna take my chances at Ricky, but
if it's in the ring,
I'm gonna take the youth. I'm gonna take the young.
You gonna take the youth? He gonna run him out.
Yeah, ain't no.
Oh Lord. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. The challenge but there's a lot of people being challenged. Some people got to escape the challenge. I would have tried to knock every black candidate off the race, off the ballot, if it was me. But we're gonna talk about that too because Reese, Alderman Sawyer, Ricky, what's his name? Willie Wilson is trying to knock Rod Sawyer off the ballot. He only filed 17,000 signatures. Now, Reese, Rod Sawyer is saying that he is preventing access to the ballot. And how dare a person who claims that he was a sharecropper and wasn't allowed to vote would now be doing the things possible to stop somebody from being on the ballot. That's crybaby to me. No fear. Nah, dog, this how we do. Reese, I hope that the people that quit their jobs to run for office, run for mayor, I hope they don't get knocked off the ballot. I hope that at least they could stay in the race. Right? Like, could you imagine you quit your job and then you get knocked off the ballot?
Man, they gotta at least let them go back, man. You saw me trying to change the world, man. You saw I was running for mayor election. Come on now, I can't get my job back.
No, you can't get your job back. You ain't filed no petition.
I had big aspirations, man. I told you that once I get on, I was gonna, you know what I'm saying? But that's all. I can't get my job back now.
Nope. You're out of there. You fired. You gone. Now that's gonna suck though, right? Like if everybody running and you ain't running. And it's like, and then you know that you in your office, so they gonna call you a lame duck. Man, Charlie, it's the mate. That's pretty deep. All right, are you seeing Reese? You know the Jane Byrne interchange. Excuse me. Are you aware of that the Jane Byrne interchange has taken 8 years to fix? Do you remember when I told you I was at that meeting of the road builders? And they knew Bruce Rauner was about to lose. And they were like, they had a lot of projects, so they voted to extend the Dan Ryan for 4 more years through J.B. Pritzker's term. Like, they decided it while Rauner was the thing. They said, Rauner going to lose. We don't know how J.B. Pritzker is going to operate. So why don't we just stretch this So think about it. It's taking them 8 years to fix that 290 spin around.
I can give him some advice. No one cares about the Wisconsin side out west. Please give them 1 lane and 5 going out south. Like no one
goes that way. And if you coming from 290, you ain't. Well, I guess that's west side. But if
I'm going out,
if you white people though, see you thinking black. White people like, I'm not going that way.
It's like 3 exits downtown. And it's now 2 exits to Wisconsin, and it's 1 out south. And that out south line always stretching when it's crowded from there to like Western.
Western or Ashland. Western, yeah. Ashland, or Damon.
Yeah,
like I drive I overpass at Western at Oakley.
Yeah.
And if I look down there, and I'd be like, I'm gonna just take the street.
So yeah, I mean, I don't. But yeah, but I believe it because it took the Dan Ryan project, like 6-7 We
did that. That was a great thing. I was like, please don't stop. Please keep working on this.
Please stop. It was ridiculous, man. It was that was bad. That was bad for some years.
Yep. On and off. Yep.
How long was that? For like 8 years or something like that?
No, it wasn't 8 years. It was like 5,
6
4
years.
I
know
or 5.
It was something like that. It was a minute because I was in college and came home. Was like, what is this? And then I kept coming home like, yo, this is ridiculous.
Shout out to Rob Blagojevich. We had a $4 million contract to do community outreach for that. Unfortunately, we didn't understand how it worked. Did I ever tell you about when we got that contract in Madigan dudes? We got a contract for $4 million, and they came and showed up and told us they wanted 3. We was like, dog, if we give you 3,
what they need 3 for?
Because they was just used to taking Negroes lunch, and we supposed to be happy about it. And I was like, hold on.
And y'all gave them 3?
No, we didn't. But guess what we got?
What?
FBI investigation. They pulled it, dog. It was It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. That was the worst $4 million contract in the history of life. Man, we put a lot of people on, though. A lot of people was working, but we did not. It was one of them times when we didn't. You know how have you ever looked at a bill and you add it up and you be like, that's too much. And you scared to give it to them. And people was submitting bills for like $100,000 a month. We was like, man, they'll fire us if we send them in a bill for $100,000. Man, I'm so mad at that contract because we blew it. Like, we blew it. Like, but after that, after the people came, we was just shell shocked. We was just like, oh God. Yo.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, they straight showed up like, hey, we see you got this contract. We'd like to be your co-partner. You like to be my partner? I don't need a partner. I got Tennille. No, we want to be different partners. I mean, it's the craziness of 2 white boys walking into my office, sitting in a chair, like in this one we was Maze Jack.
Asking for $3 million.
And you know, it's like we got goons, we got everybody. And it's like, if you don't get your mama about my office.
And they said $3 million? FBI. Hey, they have a warrant?
It was an investigation, you know. And then they put it in the newspaper.
Nah, man.
And then it was in the newspaper when Google had first just came out. So there was no way to push your stuff down. So every time you Googled us, it was, and then they found out that they owed us money. Like, they was like, it's done behind the scenes. They took this money. Then they did a forensic audit. They went through all our stuff. Turns out, Riis, they owed us $30,000. Man. I'm just telling you. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Yellow Banana is to move into Inglewood. I'm a little bothered by the whole Yellow Banana. I think I talked to y'all about this. You know, I told you that the Yellow Banana seems to be a hustle. Like where Save-A-Lot goes into underprivileged communities, opens up a store, gets all the subsidies, and then says we quit after 4 years, then take their black company and slide it in to save the day, and then they get the subsidies all over again. Well, then now they're opening up in Inglewood. And I'm just a little concerned. Like, I don't understand why we wouldn't give that to Melody Winston, right? If Melody Winston is opening up, is a black-owned grocer that is proven success, why wouldn't we give a sister from Chicago $13 million to open up the grocery store who's already got one?
It was the first 7 words in your sentence. Why wouldn't we give a
black?
There you go.
Oh, well, you know, it's funny to me because I feel like
because they know that when they come in that office and ask for that 75%,
I just think
they gonna tell them no.
Riis is crazy to me though that black people in Chicago sometimes are at a disadvantage in Chicago. Like somebody from out of town come in with a new idea, they be like, "Oh, I'll do it." Somebody from Chicago come with an idea, they be like, "No, you're not doing that, man. You crazy." Like, so wait, we got a black-owned grocer who grew up in Chicago, and we not gonna give them the shot? And the African, let me stop, because I'm gonna get another letter. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Let me keep on moving. Riis, so in my entire, my son has played basketball since he was 4 years old. And Riis, I'm going to tell you, I feel like he got damaged playing with the white dad coaches who wanted their kids to play. And so they would always snatch him out the game, right? Like, you know, like when you kids, you let the kids shoot. But he went to a white school and the white dads was trying to prove that their kids were, you know. And so I'm going to tell you, they kind of damaged him. I feel bad because I feel like, you know how you see Mason can shoot. You know, he got some basketball skills. Riis, yesterday, he popped out. Riis. 12-6. Popped out yesterday, like the coach be screaming at him, shoot! You know, he passed all the time, right? Because he always scared if he missed the shot, he going to get pulled out the game. But like practice, he be flap. The net just be flap. So I was out of town and I missed the last game. He busted 10 on him, 10-6, right? Riis, I was at, you know, they beat the conference champion, the conference champions for the last 3 years, Woodlawn High School. Riis, I've never seen a boy play like that. You want to talk about proud papa? Like, I was like, come on, man. Then it was like, when it came down to the clutch free throws, it was like, Mason! I was like,
he shot him?
Like, the star of the team had a busted nose. The game was at its precipice. He scores, he misses. He scores, he hits, he misses the first free throw. The game is teetering, right? Like, they have been up 12-13. Now, Woodlawn comes back. So now it's like they're 2 points different. So we like, oh, my God, we're going to lose this game. The star of the team busts his nose, so they, like, get off the free throw line. Coach like, Jackson, get in there. You know, he got he do the D-Rose. He does the D-Rose free throw thing. That's his, like, since he was a baby. Flat! Goes in, Riis. I was like, oh, yeah. Then he come down. He hit the corner. They pop. It's like they about to come back. Whack!